Okay. Let's see how this goes. Hope the sound levels are kind of balanced. We'll see. I don't have to watch YouTube videos, but I thought it would be a fun little thing to do while driving. Let's see how it sounds.
Gonna be reviewing random TikTok videos and YouTube shorts.
I heard children don't like vegetables because vegetables on average are bitter. And
Yes, exactly. Because they are poisonous. Bitterness means toxicity.
most poisons in nature are bitter.
Oh yeah, okay. He gets it. I thought that he's gonna say something stupid.
Okay, Matt.
And poisons are much more potent on a small body.
Yes, that's true. It's the same with salt. That's why a baby can die from a very small amount of salt. Just
I think I gotta turn the game sound down a little.
Lethal.
Hold up,
Whereas
hold
for
up.
an adult, it would be 30 grams, for example. Depends on your body weight, the mass.
Such as an infant or child or toddler, than they are on an adult. So that this was an evolutionary resistance.
Evolutionary resistance. What is that supposed to mean? Adults simply get brainwashed to eat it. It's just humans that were brainwashed over and over again to start eating it until they actually did it. That's it. And they still use sauces, cheese, and all kinds of stuff because they do not want to eat broccoli or whatever kind of flowers and green leaves because it's not human food. That's it, there's no difference. Babies, children, adults, elderly people.
Oh, I was already in first
everybody
gear.
hates vegetables just the same. There's no difference.
Do not dying by eating something that was poisonous.
Yeah, no, but
Oh yeah. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Right. Then why do you still eat it? And they agree with it, but they probably still promote eating vegetables. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're poisonous.
I think I gotta turn this
What are you
down a
gonna
little more.
have for lunch today? Broccoli with spinach and rice.
that's exactly how it works. Babies and children have more taste buds than
Hold up,
adults, so
hold
we're born with a lot of taste.
More taste buds? Okay. I haven't heard of that. More. Why more? Whatever. That doesn't make any difference anyway. Because everybody hates them.
Taste buds that we sort of gradually lose over our lifetimes. So, you know, everything they're tasting is more intense than what an adult will taste.
Yeah, you lose them, okay, but then why do you lose them? Because of the toxic vegetables. The toxins destroy the taste.
That's what I'm
buds,
saying, y'all.
turn
This
it
is
on.
why.
Plus all the drugs that are put in.
This is why I said I don't really eat vegetables. It's a lot to do with this guy.
To the foods that people eat. Children nowadays even eat chips and all kinds of garbage. And the salt also. All the preservatives.
Let's have some fun.
Actually, it makes sense. Why else would they just die off? Maybe children are more sensitive to it. Maybe. Doesn't really make a difference because they're poisons anyway. Nobody should be eating them.
This red line's quickly.
Lady by the throat and choke off her air. Within seconds, she's aware that oxygen is a requirement for life. If I lock her in a room with no water, within a few hours, she will begin to suspect that water is a requirement for life.
Dodging
If
people.
I lock her in there long enough that she gets ravenously hungry, she will begin to suspect that food is a requirement for life. The oxygen time effect, or cause-effect time relationship is very close, a matter of seconds. Water, a matter of hours. Food, a matter of days. Exercise is just as important as any of those things.
Oh, exercise, of course, yes. Water, food, oxygen, and exercise also, of course. You want oxygen, and really you just want air. That's a different story. It's not as if the air is made out of oxygen for the most part, officially. Who cares? But you also want meat, of course, naturally. Good, healthy food, and you would be drinking milk, glass,
Got some short gears.
Point being, you want all of that, but you do not want.
Yeah, red line's quick.
exercise. Nobody does. Nobody on this earth does. There's reasons as to why you do it, that's clear, but you don't want to. You want to achieve a physique or whatever, weight loss, I get that, but you don't want to exercise because exercise is stressful. It causes chronic stress in most cases.
This I don't
It
agree with.
ages you, it creates dark eye circles.
I like
under eye
exercising.
bags, wrinkles in your face.
Not too
all
heavy
that.
though.
It's always stressful. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to experience stress. Nobody on this earth. So do you understand what I'm saying? Basically, exercise is the opposite of the examples that he gave. The oxygen, food, and something to drink.
But the time factor is not very
I still like to listen to this kind of stuff.
And
Though.
also the
Just
stupid
interesting.
music in the background. This I always heard in Blackpool videos. But here, it's as if he's giving you some groundbreaking information. As if you're supposed to have some epiphany.
Why is
with a
that guy
fucking
parked
stupid
there?
video.
Idiot.
so that if you
Come
don't
on, man.
exercise, you don't immediately become aware of it.
That's also stupid. If something is bad for you will always notice it right away. Maybe not as severely as
Oh,
the
now I
long-term
cut.
consequences.
I'll need to make the
of
gears longer
doing
anyway.
or using something that's harmful
Alright,
for
come
you,
on, come
but
on, come on, come on, come on.
you would still notice that it's bad right away. And he says you're not gonna notice the consequences of not exercising right away. That's not even naturally possible. There's no such thing. If it's bad, it's bad. You notice it. If it's good, it's good. You notice
Alright, let's
it.
see how
Might take you months
the
or
longest final
years.
gear is.
Makes no sense whatsoever. What's gonna happen if I don't chronically stress myself after a year? I will look younger, I will feel healthier, I will have more energy, and so on. Everything will be better.
By which time you will have done irreversible damage.
You will have done irreversible damage because you didn't chronically stress your body. Genius. I love it. Who is this guy? I need to read his books and everything. As a
Okay, this is gonna be better.
And some that perhaps isn't irreversible.
Look at this. You can never eat this many lentils per day. That's so many lentils. That's crazy. You would have to eat almost 8 cups of cooked lentils per day to get the optimal amount of leucine and essential amino acid for muscle growth and repair. But that same amount of leucine is found in about 8 ounces of ground beef.
This is how much red meat you would have to eat to get the same amount of fiber that's in just 1 cup of lentils. Actually, there's no amount.
Oh,
You can't
what?
get fiber.
Yeah, right. It's a good thing. Huh? What is he gonna say now? His argument is fiber, the indigestible part of a plant, which causes bloating, and long term it causes IBS. Crohn's
Gonna get
disease,
used to
and
this
so
car
on.
a little bit
Of
first.
course, also all of the toxins in the plants and the seeds cause that. It's not only fiber. I'm not saying that.
From red meat, and that's why it's unfair to make these kinds of comparisons. Every food has a different nutrient profile and can serve a different purpose in your diet. You're allowed to eat plant foods for their fiber and their beneficial phytochemicals while also eating
Beneficial phytochemicals. Okay, man.
animal foods for their higher protein content. That being said, there are still plenty of plant foods that are
This car's
high in
pretty fun to
leucine,
drive.
like black beans, which have more leucine than one.
Yeah, try eating a black bean in its natural state. If it's good for you, if it's natural for you to eat it, seeing as what's natural is always what's good for you, zero exceptions. Come on.
Cup serving and the 3-ounce serving would be the rule. This whole argument reminds me of how carnivores tell you to stop eating plant foods because of anti-nutrients, and then that leads to you being vitamin C deficient, and then you have to eat a ton of organ meats to try and get enough vitamin C, instead of just...
Why? Prove that. Come on. None of this is provable. He's just spewing some nonsense. He's religious beliefs. It's just bullshit.
eating the plant foods that are naturally high in vitamin C. They're creating a problem that they then have to solve in a really weird way. So Paul, I know for...
I don't recommend eating only meat, by the way, and I for sure don't recommend eating a cooked muscle meat carnivore diet, but still,
Yeah.
what he's saying has never been proven, It's just an empty belief.
For some reason, you think you're only allowed to have one type of food in your diet, but you are allowed to have some variety. And sometimes the best foods for you are not the ones that are the most nutritionally well-rounded, because there's more to food and health than just vitamins and minerals.
Actually, what he said at the end is very true. Not only is there more to
Wow,
food
that's a
and
big
health
difference.
than vitamins and minerals, but they have never actually
Sheesh.
been proven, scientifically, obviously anyway, they have never been observed as such. Of course, there's minerals out there. We can see them with our senses. That's factual, you could say, if you see them yourself. But when it comes to the minerals in the food, that's a trickier topic.
You know what? I'm gonna
But when it
take
comes
out
to
field too.
vitamins, for sure. Yeah, of course. And you should never even think about that anyway. It's not as if any animal, any human in nature thinks about such a topic. You eat what makes you feel the best. That's why you eat organs. You shouldn't be eating organs because of some vitamins or minerals. That should never be your drive. The drive should be how good it makes you feel.
Oh, all you idiots eating vegetables and
Hey, I reviewed this guy.
salads, you realize the nutrients in there aren't even bioavailable? Imagine your ancestors. You come in the wild. You think they're gonna eat a fucking piece of leaf? Tell me. They're gonna go for the thing.
Serious?
This is like my videos. That's what I've done before. Yeah. Well, it's good that people talk about it. More people need to keep pointing this out to make people understand how delusional they are, that they eat green leaves. As if anybody in nature would go to a tree, a bush, and eat the green leaves. But that's what you're doing.
What is this guy
When you eat
doing?
a salad, when you eat
What
spinach,
is going on?
kale, you're eating green leaves. People just don't get it. They think that when they buy them in a supermarket, they are different. They are actually. They have been cultivated. They are not as poisonous, bitter anymore. That's true, but the core idea is the same.
Okay.
You're eating green leaves.
Right. And actually is produced by the plant and not the bullshit leaf that has defense chemicals and oxalates that are just gonna destroy your gut.
Good
Man, I'm
video.
just trying to drive around and have fun here. People can't keep the cars on the track.
Almonds? Seeds?
Are these people for real?
Really? Says who?
Fitting to this list. I've been really captivated with this study, which ranked over 1,000 foods for this month, which provide the best balance of your daily nutritional requirements. And number one on that list with a score of 97 out of
It's the best food on earth, but you need to use a blender to eat them because they are too tough to chew all the time. Because your teeth and your jaw is going to hurt.
100 is almonds. Healthy fats, fiber, protein, minerals, key vitamins. Almonds really have it all. But needless to say,
Prove any of this. It's all based on religious beliefs. She's eating seed slime just because of her empty beliefs. She blindly follows the guidelines put out by people who do not wish her the best. That's for sure.
influenced, I have this almond butter recipe on repeat all year.
She has baked grain sludge.
Definitely gonna get
seed
caught up
slime
on here.
Smeared on top of it, and then she sprinkled on some seeds, I think. So it's only seeds. How can people eat that? What's going on? Instead of eating raw animals, you're eating only seeds. And then all of these people complain about gut issues and all kinds of illnesses. How can it be?
Year long. Stay tuned for more foods on this list. Top 10
Might
is pretty
make
sharp.
some honey on top because she wants it to be sweet, of course, because it's garbage. Yeah, she doesn't look healthy, that's for sure. Oh my god.
This is proof that bodybuilder muscles don't always equal strength, because when the world's strongest man, Larry Wheels, and this 240 pounds body...
Larry Wheels is not the strongest man on earth, obviously.
bodybuilder, when doing a back day with this 160 pounds rock climber, they were surprised at the rock climber for easily doing the same amount of reps as them. You might think that pulling is his strong point, so this isn't surprising. But listen to what Larry Wheels said about it.
Like, we're not exaggerating for the camera. Like, genuinely mind-blowing. You're 165. You've never, 160, never done this in your entire life, a single rep. And you just...
Yes, but I've said this before a few times. The drugs that these people use, Larry is on drugs, they may make you look bigger, and it may give the illusion that somebody like that is stronger if you would define stronger as somebody who can lift and pull a lot of metal, but whatever the case, in reality it's not so. Oftentimes.
Just gonna get another video up here. Let's see.
When you're in this kind of position, yes, there's pressure involved. It's tough. You know, it's uncomfortable at times, but you know, I would much rather be a bit uncomfortable at times and fighting for a world championship than, you know, trying to scrape a few points every now and again. And you know, this is what you go racing for, fighting for championships, especially in F1. This is kind of what you live for. And yeah, obviously it doesn't come easily, and there's a lot of
I want
pressure
softs.
that comes with that. But you're fighting for something worth fighting for, so it's going to be there.
Welcome everyone to this week's F1 Beyond the Grid. I'm delighted to say we're joined by Oscar Gillespie. Oscar, it's great to have you on the show. How are things?
Yeah, thank you, nice to be back.
Let's start, Oscar, with cricket.
Okay.
The Ashes starts on the Las Vegas weekend.
Yes, it does.
England or Australia?
Obviously Australia, but I think it's going to be a pretty good series actually. I think England's batting looks strong. Australia's bowling looks strong.
Oh, I gotta get the display back.
Our top order batting is... I feel like we normally have someone that hits a big score, but it's not quite as reliable as it once was 5 or 6 years ago. So I think it'll be a good contest, but given that it's in Australia, it'll be interesting.
Well, and when we're in Vegas, there's some crazy time difference to Perth as well. Are you going to keep in touch with what's going on?
I have no idea. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. But normally Vegas actually works out alright for Australia. It's a night race.
Not keeping up with that Audi.
I'll have to wait and see if it's on, if it's around. I don't know if they'll play the Ashes in the US. It's certainly not going to be in the casinos, I can tell you that much. But if it's on and there's a way to get it on TV, then it'll be fun.
Well, Oscar, let's bring it back on track. Do you enjoy the intensity of this stage of the season?
I enjoy the intensity of it. I'm not sure my body enjoys the jet lag and the travel so much, but it's a very tough end of the season. At the start of the year, so you kind of got our Asian, Middle Eastern races.
Ooh, that was scary.
And then Miami, Canada, and then into Europe. And you kind of start to get a bit used to everything just being an hour away or 2 hours away. And then you get to the back end of the season and you go, everything's 12 hours away again now. You've got 5 or 6 hours of time shift. And then a weekend off becomes 3 or 4 days off. You've got obviously that week in the middle, but when you're racing in Europe, you've pretty much got that whole week leading into the weekend, and then half the week after. Whereas now you've got obviously a day and a bit getting back, normally some kind of work with the team. And you normally come out to the next race early to get used to the time zone again.
I want to try a different car.
Your free time gets eaten up pretty quickly by seemingly nothing.
But adrenaline sees you through, right? When it comes to jet lag, anyway.
Yes, definitely. I think it's pretty amazing how little sleep you can get away with sometimes when the adrenaline's pumping, but it's a tough end to the season. You know, that was one of the first things I learned in my rookie season of F1 was I got to the end of the European season and I thought I was doing all right with managing my energy and you know, just kind of the chaos of
Pretty
the
sure
F1
this one's
world. And
manual.
we went
Honor,
to
what
flyways
up?
and I realized I had a lot to learn still. So yeah, I think now I know what to expect, obviously, and
What's
I'm
good, Honor?
much more in tune with where I need my energy to be and how to spend it, how not to spend it. But yeah, that was one of the biggest learning points from my first season was just how brutal the traveling.
Yeah, I
is
put the video on.
Every race counts. Kind of the pressure's on, I guess. Do you view pressure as a privilege?
I do. Yeah, I think.
Thought it'd be fun to put on there while
life, if there's
driving around the Nurb.
No pressure on whatever you're trying to do. There's normally one or two things. Either you don't care, which is not a great thing,
How you been, Honor? What's good with you, man? Good to see you.
Or it's, you know, not something
I think this is a
worth
stick.
kind of fighting for, let's say. And you know, I think when you're in this kind of position, yes, there's pressure involved. It's tough. You know, it's uncomfortable at times, but you know, I would much rather be a bit uncomfortable at times and fighting for a world championship than, you know, trying to scrape a few points every now and again. And you know, in my short time in F1, I've kind of experienced all of that a little bit, and you know, where I am now, where the team is now.
I don't know if it's gonna be copyright. We'll find out, I guess.
Place to be, and just more, you know, this is what you go racing for.
Nice, gonna set it up. Heck yeah.
Especially in F1, this is kind of what.
Dude, congratulations. What rig did you get?
Yeah, obviously it doesn't come easily, and there's a lot of pressure that comes with that, but you're fighting for something worth fighting for, so it's going to be there.
Comfortable being on.
I think as long as it's not
quoting Andreas
music, it might be okay, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I think so. You know, it kind of goes back to what I was saying. If you're super comfortable about it, either you're probably not putting in enough effort.
This car drives nice.
Enough, or it's not something worth caring about. So I think, you know, F1 is a tough business. It's you know, the seasons are long these days. It's a tough sport. But you know, whether it was F1 or any other.
This bad boy's got long gears.
You know, if you're fighting for success, you're fighting for what you
want.
want.
Nice.
It's going to be difficult times. It's going to be pressure.
How much did he spend on it?
And it is going to be uncomfortable whether you want it to be or not. And yeah, I think kind of embracing that and trying to get used to that is an important thing.
Oscar, you've been there before in the junior Formula.
Oh, that car behind is fast.
Title fights in Formula Renault, in Formula 3, in Formula 2. You came out on top in each of those instances. What did you learn back then?
Oh my gosh, of course.
I think probably the biggest thing I learned through those championships.
This guy can't drive.
There's not kind of one key ingredient that is going to win you a championship. You need a bit of everything, and especially in Formula One, you know, in the junior categories, there's people that are younger, a lot more inexperienced. You've got people that are generally in their first or second year in that championship.
Oh, nice.
So kind of
Heat was free. That's legit.
People have bad days, have good days. In
Dude,
F1,
that's gonna be
it's a lot more experience.
awesome, I bet.
Obviously, it's kind of a culmination of all the champions from.
It's gonna be
their
very, very
respective junior careers,
sturdy.
Converging in Formula One, so everyone's pretty good, believe it or not.
Stay on the track.
So I think you just have to be on top of your game all the time, because there's so many people that are ready to pounce if you're not. But I think a lot of the lessons of kind of consistency, and again, you know, you need to be consistent, but you need to be consistently quick. You can't have one without the other. You know, you can't be quick and then making mistakes either. So essentially, you need to be good at everything. That's the main thing I've learned.
You were fighting teammates
of course.
in the junior formulas, but you were also fighting guys from other teams as well. What's easier, an intra-team battle with your teammate, or an inter-team battle with
Trying to
someone?
not get a cut penalty here.
I don't know which one's easier. They're both tough.
Dude, I bet you're excited.
But I think when it's someone not in your team, it becomes more of a classic kind of rivalry, let's say. You know, you think of any sporting
As if you don't
rivalry,
want to beat Lando. Come on, bro.
cricket, whatever. You know, there's never that kind of intra-team dynamic, because it is just one
I don't
team
believe
playing
that
against
at
the
all.
other. Whereas in F1, obviously, it's a bit different to that, and in motorsport in general. So I think when you're fighting at someone not in the same team as you, it becomes a bit more direct. When you're fighting at someone in the same team,
You got to be careful.
It's a bit trickier in some ways, because they can see everything
That's
you're doing,
fair.
but you can see everything that they're doing. You're both racing for the same team, and ultimately,
Can you hear the video okay?
you know, you can't have success in F1 without the team around you. So that's a important thing to kind of keep in mind when you're on track. So it adds in a different kind of dynamic to it. Whereas if you're in opposite teams, you know, that kind of let's say carefulness to an extent kind of goes out the window, because you're just doing everything you can to beat them at kind of all costs. Whereas when you're in the same team, there's you've got to be.
I think I got way too much fuel here.
And there's a completely open flow.
Could have lowered that a lot.
Between you and Lando still, now that the Constructors' Championship's in the bag.
Yes.
What about your relationship with Lando? How's that changed this year now that you guys are fighting for the big prize, whereas in the past you haven't been?
I think it's either exactly the same or honestly probably better than it has been. I think I think it's.
I don't know if I believe that.
We just know each other more now. We've been together for it's our 3rd year as teammates, so we just slowly get to know each other more and more. So I think from that side, it's probably
fell out of the carousel.
I think we're both the kind of people that what happens on track stays on track. There's no kind of maybe there's short-lived emotions off the track, but I think we're both quite good at just letting things die down and leaving things on the track. So from that side, I think it's really not changed. The way we're still trying to get.
This is my favorite sector too.
Is exactly the same.
And dirty tires
we
now.
Still want broadly similar things from the team, I think, and from the car. I think we'll probably have subtle differences that we've probably, we've worked out more and more what each of us like from a car setup direction and what our strengths and weaknesses are. But the broad messaging that we want from the team is the same still. So from that side of things, it's all very similar to how it was 2 years ago.
This episode is sponsored by SelectQuote. In Formula One, defense isn't always the part that gets the headlines, but it's the foundation of every great strategy. Whether it's a smart tyre call, a well-timed pit stop, or managing a race lead under pressure, it's often what doesn't happen that keeps you in the fight. And in life, a good defense can be just as critical. That's why I started looking into life insurance and how I found SelectQuote. They've been helping people get the right coverage for over 40 years, more than 2 million Americans so far. And they make it genuinely simple. One of their licensed agents compares
So sad I went off the track there.
and finds a policy that fits your health, your lifestyle, and your budget. I didn't realize how affordable life insurance could be, especially when you're younger. You can get same-day coverage up to $2 million, and in many cases, no medical exam is needed. They even have options for people with pre-existing conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes.
Wow.
Life insurance is never cheaper than it is today. Get the right life insurance for you for less and save more than 50%.
I'm gonna give this car one more go.
SelectQuote.com/beyondthegrid. Save more than 50% on term life insurance at SelectQuote.com/beyondthegrid today to get started. That's SelectQuote.com/beyondthegrid. Let's talk about your
Gonna have a Mercedes I-90 or 190 chasing me.
Your 3rd season.
I-90.
But it looks like
That's a highway in Minnesota.
In pretty much every area. You came into this season as the underdog, yet you've led the World Championship for 6 months. You've taken poles, you've a whole bunch of wins. Has this been a breakthrough year for you? Does it feel like that anyway?
I think definitely yes. And I say that kind of putting the results to one side. Obviously there has been a lot of good results along the way, but I think everything has just felt like it's clicked a lot more this year. There's still been the odd race here and there that's been
that mouse cursor out of there,
but I think in very broad terms everything has just gelled a bit more, and
this guy's keeping up
a little bit more natural. Whereas I think my first season there was a lot of things I had to learn, and a lot of especially driving techniques and things that I had to learn kind of the hard way. I was still learning that a bit last year in my 2nd year, but I felt like by the end of the year it was more just putting everything together that was the missing piece of the puzzle. And I feel like this year, for a lot of the year, I've been able to put that together more often than not. And I think for me that's kind of been the big breakthrough. I think we've also done a lot of, we did a lot of hard work in the off season, kind of trying to identify where I can find a little bit more time here and there. You know, that
we're like the same speed.
How do I drive faster? Just looking through the data and that kind of thing. But also from
This car gets loose.
how I work with the team around me, how I get the most out of the car, how I get the most out of the engineers, and kind of however I can improve in getting what I want.
Hopefully I can keep it on the track this time.
You know, whether it be fitness, mental resilience, you know, all of those kind of things have been a step forward this year, and I think that's where
that guy's crushing it in the Mercedes.
A bit more this year.
Andrea Stella thinks you are simply faster this year, and it's made me sort of reappraise racing drivers, because I've always thought you can't make a driver faster, you can make them consistent and things, but he thinks you're faster. And can we just delve a bit more into that?
That's terrifying.
How do you become faster?
I think it's just kind of all of those things that, you know, there's not a magic.
How does a driver not get faster? He's only been in F1 for what, 3 years?
The success we've had this year, it's been all of those.
Aren't they expected to get faster?
Sorry to interrupt. Can I ask, what was the first thing you looked at last winter when you said, okay, how do I make myself better? What was the first thing you did?
I think before I got back to the team, it was...
I want to catch this guy, but I don't think I'm going to be able to.
What can I do outside of the race car that's going to help me when I'm in the race car? And when you can't be with the team and you're on holiday, the only real thing you can do is relax and improve your fitness. So trying to do that was an important thing for me. And then once I got back to Europe and back with the team, it was kind of identifying what are we missing and how do we
keeping up with them,
basically. And the kind of conclusion we had was I needed a little bit more pace overall, and if I could find that, then it would make things easier in qualifying, it would make things easier in race pace and ultimately managing tyres. It would just make everything easier, but it's one thing kind of identifying that you need to go faster, and the next thing is how you go about it. And you know, then it's just going into all of the incredibly small details of, you know, from a driving technique.
Who's got the faster straight line speed? I don't know. Looks like I do, by a little bit.
What can I do to get the most out of the car from a setup point of view, but also, you know, we've got so many things we can change on the steering wheel in terms of the diff, you know, brake bias, engine braking, all of those kind of things. How do I get, you know, the perfect settings for me? Which is, that one specifically is you don't have for F1. You know, all the other things you can, it's kind of a continual process, but really optimizing things for yourself, that's taken a little bit of time to kind of get my head around just how much freedom I have around that.
Let's go.
But you know, all of those are quite equally weighted. There's not been one.
I knew I couldn't take him here, so
the magical
I had to slow down.
Piastri better this year. It's been trying to find those little bits everywhere, and when you find that, you just naturally give yourself more confidence. You naturally put yourself in a position where
I wasn't gonna try a crazy pass there.
Effectively lessen the pressure because you don't feel like you have to go and
We're
do
so
something
close on pace.
spectacular. You just have to do the best that you can do and trust that it's enough. And I think that's been
Crack was good, bro.
A big thing this year is for pretty much every weekend I've gone to, I've been able to trust that.
Let me get a look at that message in a second here.
If I get the most out of myself here, it's going to be enough.
Thanks for coming by, dude. Happy Wednesday.
And you know, that added confidence this year is something that's really helped.
Is there
WRC fan, huh? I know little to nothing about WRC.
11 for Max. I'm sure those guys both think they can improve, but do you feel that the step you took last winter you can take again going into 26? Or is 26 so different with all the tech, the tech changes?
We'll have to wait and see, but I think the kind of process.
It's going to be so interesting to see what 2026 is like. I'm definitely curious.
The mindset that we took to this year, that can definitely transfer over. I think 26 is going to be completely different. There's going to be a lot of things to get your head around, but that's going to be a massive part of the game, and that was part of the game this year.
Do you watch F1? You watch F1, don't you, Craig?
The parts that are going to make the difference for this season, and trying to find them. I think for next year, if anything.
Oh, he's going to be an
parts
F2
that will make a
NWRC.
difference are, some of them are not as obvious, some are more obvious. But
I'll have to
the
look up his
weight
name.
of all of those, being able to master some things next year could gain you, a lot of.
We
lap
might
time,
catch
a
this
lot of,
Mercedes on the straight. That's my only
ultimately lap
hope, I
time
think.
in a lot of different ways. So,
Whoa.
I think trying to just
The
keep
lap
that
still counts, though. I
mindset
haven't
of
cut the track yet.
What are the things we need to look out for? Not necessarily improve, because some things we won't know what to improve, but what do we need to look out for? What's our best guess of what's going to bring us lap time and
Oh, no.
consistency and things like that? And how do we go and achieve it? So
Gosh, this thing gets
kind of
loose.
questions you ask yourself are a little bit different, but the way of answering them is the same.
And have you been working in a
Oh, that was
different
really
way with
early
your race
braking.
engineer, Tom
I'm being a
Starr?
chicken because I want to finish the lap without cutting.
Not necessarily. I mean, I think it's just about identifying what has been good in the past. I think last year there was weekends that were very strong. There just wasn't enough where we put everything together.
Oh, okay, switching, nice.
And I think in the off season, it's
Are you gonna
always
watch
a good
him in
time to kind of
F2 when he
reflect on what
makes the
went well, what
switch?
didn't go well, and I think we kind of looked at the weekends that were good.
Come on,
found
can we
some
catch him?
Similar trends of how we worked, not necessarily of what the car did, but how we worked, what feedback I was giving, what feedback Tom was giving, we had other engineers as well.
That was fun
around
for
us,
a while, though, driving with that guy.
and kind of using
I
that
enjoyed
as a bit
that.
of a template for how we want to attack every weekend this year, and that's still
You watch a little
process
bit of
that
F1?
you evolve. Same as with the car development and same as with your driving, you can't just keep relying on the same things to work for you, because there will be something better that you'll be leaving on the table. So I
Let's
think
try
it's
a
just
new
being
car
about
here. Let's try something new. I just want to drive sticks, though, for the time being. That's definitely... Yeah, I was going to say, that's definitely manual. I kind of want to drive something fast, though. Oh, snap. Okay, I might have to not drive a manual so I can drive this. Oh, nice. Japanese super formula, interesting. He's going from WRC to super formula to Formula 2. That's pretty cool. I want to see what this drives like. This could be interesting. But then I'll go back to manual cars. I don't know if I can even keep control of this thing, honestly. Never driven it, so... Let's see how much grip we got. No clue how much I need to slow down here. Oh, I gotta get Oscar back up there. Ooh. All right. Probably have way too much fuel again. I always forget to lower the fuel. Oh, fourth gear? Oh. Okay, this is really fun to drive. I think this is a F4. No, I don't know what it was. I forgot how to change views. That's gonna look, or F 2004. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Not F4. That is not a thing. Or is it a thing? I don't even know. I don't think Formula 4 is a thing. Man, this thing just hugs the road, huh? Hug it, come on. This is so fun to drive. Oh my gosh. The way this thing just hugs once it grips. Once you get the grip with this thing, it's just glued to the road. It doesn't have enough torque to really spin the back, I don't think. Probably depends on what gear you're in, but ooh, let's chase him down. We're gonna get him on the corners 100%. Straights, I think he's gonna kill me on though. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can catch back up through the corners though. Oh, the sector coming up is gonna be so fun. Oh, with all the twisty bits. Foot to the floor. I'm slowing down over the hill. Oh, that was too many downshifts. No, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Oh, I just ruined the lap. I still want to see if I can catch him. And I messed up the carousel. Sheesh. Good thing this isn't a race. I might do some racing though. That could be fun. Yeah, this sector, this is what I mean. This one would be really fun. Oh man, the way it just grips. Oh, fail. I was just trying to push that as hard as possible. Yep, part right after the carrot. I agree. I love that. I love this sector. It's just so many good high-speed, mid-speed corners. And I messed it up twice. See how much we can push this corner. Oh yeah. Woo! All right. Oh shoot. Yeah, what was this car called? Let's see. Oh, there's Oscar back again. That was the FA01. What is that? Yeah, we got cars going airborne everywhere, man. Sheesh. I could try a little racing too. GT Sweat Lords. Oh my gosh. Oh no, this is just hot lapping? Oh, okay. Sugar, what up? What's good with you, man? Yeah, it kind of does look like a F3, huh? How's it going, Sugar? Man, where's some manuals at here? This manual? Yeah, let's go. Oh no, this is the one where you have to have points. Dang it, I'm gonna get kicked. This is the progression system one. You can only drive the Toyota AE86 and one other car. Did you see the Northern Lights last night, Sugar? Watch, it's gonna say you've been kicked. Oh yeah, it's not even letting me drive. It's got no fuel in it. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Locked out. Yeah, yeah. I only need 1,500 points. Dude, they were so cool. I got a pretty cool picture last night. I mean, the camera enhances it for sure, but oh man, the camera doesn't even show it well. Yeah, I guess they will be out tonight again. It didn't look that cool, but it still looked really cool. If it looked like that, though, in real life, oh my goodness. I would have lost my mind. All right, we can't do ringleaders. Brazil sim racing. That's at Spa. No, I'll find a car here. We'll find a car. Here we go. Let's go to the Skyline. R34. Yeah, the camera definitely, it like saturates it, brightens it up. You can watch it happen in real time when you take the photo and then you see it like, dude, the point system on that is crazy. You do a full lap without getting a cut penalty or anything, and you get 10 points. And you have to get at least 50 points just to get the next step cars. You have to do so many laps to get like the high level ones. It's crazy. If you do like 10 clean laps in a row or something like that, then you get like bonus points, but still. Yeah, it's nuts. Semi-slicks. Yeah, this is not LMU. You are correct. What's up, Viking? Yeah, exactly. Unless you're super up north or something, they are really rare. I've never seen them like last night where I live. That was definitely the strongest they've been for me. But I've never seen them like, you know, where you see the green streaks flying across the sky and stuff. That's crazy. That looks so cool. That engine note is wonderful. This camera view is kind of weird. Oh, listen to that. Oh, we got a crash. That was only 4th gear. What in the world? Three times in 2 years. Are they getting stronger or something? Are they increasing? Or just more opportunities to see them lately? I actually wouldn't have seen them if my wife hadn't forced me to go outside. And the sky it was cool. There was one section that was like really red, and then there was one part that was bright green, just floating in the sky. Oh, has it really? I had no idea the sun was spitting out more sunstorms than usual. Have you heard of the 3-Eye Atlas? It's like an interstellar object. They're not sure if it's a comet or what it is. Wow. I wonder what that's gonna do to weather and stuff. I mean, it's mid-November, and it's pretty nice out in Minnesota, so that's pretty sweet. I ain't mad at it. Yep, you don't get all the light pollution. Makes a huge difference on the stars. I always make sure I look at the stars when I'm up north, because they're so good. That's one advantage if you lived up north. It's just so cold up there. It's even like a 15-degree difference from the city's area. And that makes a big difference when you're talking -10 versus -25. Hopefully this is a pretty mild winter. That'd be nice. I feel like the last few years have been pretty mild. Nothing crazy. They'd be crazy to somebody who doesn't live in Minnesota. People who don't live in Minnesota would be blown away by our winters. Come on, grip. That turbo sound is so good. Earlier I had a video up about a guy I watched. He was reacting to why vegetables are bad for you. Or like he believes vegetables are bad. I wasn't sure though if that was I was like, that's not the type of video to watch right now. In centimeters. It totally depends on the year, Crack. Some years are a lot worse than others. I don't know what like the average snowfall is in centimeters per year. Yeah, last 2 years we really didn't get much snowfall at all, which was very nice for driving. Alright, stay on the carousel. There we go. There we go. It's so sad when you drive all the way to the carousel, then go flying off of it. It's like all that time, and then I missed one of the best turns on the track. Oh my gosh, careful. That guy's lap is cooked. Come on, grip. Oh yeah. Just please don't ruin my lap. I haven't cut the track yet. Woo! Almost got sideways there. No. Grip. This car is weird. It's like easy and hard to drive at the same time. Come on, turbo, kick in. This must only have 5 gears, because I've barely hit 5th so far. Hold up, let me see that on the straight here. Oh. You don't work during the winter? Really? Oh, wow. That's a lot of snow, Crack. That's crazy. You don't have to work during the winter? That's pretty sweet. Is it like a labor job? Alright, we made it with how many liters of fuel left? 8 minutes and 2 seconds. 137 centimeters? Okay. That would be the whole season, yeah. At once would be nuts. I'm sure that's happened before, though. I'm sure we've had over 100 centimeters at once. Maybe. Wow. 3 meters of snow through the mountains. That is crazy. Oh, okay, you work in the mountains, that's why. Okay. That makes sense. That much snow would be... You're putting your life at risk. Well, we got a successful lap in the R34. That's good. This is a manual. I don't want to drive that, though. What do we got? Number 4 here. I already drove that. I'm not driving that. Where's the Euro Racers?
starting from a better template, and also, you know, we know each other better as well. You know, like I was saying a bit with my relationship with Lando, I also know Tom more now because we've just been working together for longer. So I think that's an important thing as well. You know, things just come more naturally. Things click without needing any words spoken sometimes.
Yes.
And, you know, a bit more what people are thinking before they've thought of themselves sometimes. Or
Yep, exactly. We don't have the mountains.
Maybe not my eyes, but I think, yeah, normally, you know, I feel like now we're in a good place where he can
last year we barely got anything.
identify what I'm going to say or what I'm going to complain about before I've complained about it. So, yeah, it's a good place to be.
On the topic
Oh,
of
man,
Tom,
I'm glad I got this car.
he's an Olympic rower in a former life. Does that experience, does the pressure that he lived with back then, does that help you in the big moments now? Is there just a comment that he can give that helps calm the nerves or set you in a particular direction?
I think it does.
Let's go.
You know, I would argue that the pressure that Tom had in his Olympic career, or
Not the start I wanted.
You know, I think for me that is the epitome of sporting pressure. You know, we've got one chance every 4 years to make something happen. That's, you know, I struggle to think of a more high pressure situation than that in sport.
This thing is angry.
So I think even just the experience of it is going to be helpful for sure. Whether he passes that on to me directly or indirectly, that's an important thing. But you know, I guess another important thing I've kind of learned is it's not just up to me. You know, I can't win this championship just by myself. I need the team around me, and it's not just a high pressure situation for me either. It's a high pressure situation for all the engineers around me, mechanics, everyone. It's tough on everyone. We're all fighting for a championship here. So I think what he can bring to not just me but also the people around us in terms of, you know, the other performance engineers and
oh, there goes the lap.
Team,
Retry.
that's a really important thing as well. So
all right, maybe I'll turn off the video. Pretty unstable weather, really. $50 centimeters of snow at once is a lot. Dang, dude. Those days are horrible when that happens. When just all the snow decides to drop down. All the snow in the world. Yeah, I really hope we have another mild winter. I don't want to deal with that. Oh. Dude, imagine my little front-wheel drive car. When it's snowy out, I'm trying to manually drive up a hill. It can get scary. But yeah, trucks too, yeah. Rear-wheel drive especially. You gotta put a bunch of stuff in the truck bed. You gotta put like bags of sand and stuff. Or you're gonna be sliding everywhere. Yeah, you might have it worse than us in Minnesota, man. I don't know. That sounds brutal. That's so much snow. Oh my. That was not on purpose. All right. With another McLaren in front. I don't know which one's faster. Yeah, we get really big snowfalls sometimes, but like you said, they're very rare. Oh, I just misshifted that. This is gonna be a lot of shifting in this Ripper. Oh my gosh, this thing is fast. Is that a McLaren P1 in front? I don't know what that is. No! I wanted to keep up with him. Ah. Hey, where's Content Manager? Let's turn the volume back up a little bit here. Exit this out. Okay. Bam. Oh, you got a four-wheel drive truck? Sheesh. I wish my car was all-wheel drive. My wife's got a CRV. Hers is all-wheel drive. But I think it's the type that only kicks in if the rear tires are spinning. Or if you lose traction with the front tires, maybe. Can't remember how it works. But I don't think it's all time on all-wheel drive. Maybe it is, though. I've actually been fine, though, most of the time driving a front-wheel drive. Sometimes you just gotta be a little more patient. 30 to 70 is normal. Okay, so you're probably... It's probably similar. How cold does it get there? We hit some pretty cold temperatures here. When you're in January, ugh. Damn, this thing is a beast. I don't really know how to drive it. Oh, I keep losing the back. This must not have any... Oh, it doesn't have any traction control. Wow. That's wild. So it's just a raw driving experience right here. Yep, getting up hills in a front-wheel drive. That is... If it's a little bit icy, oh. You just gotta spin those tires up. Hope they catch grip. Don't spin them too much, though, or you won't catch any grip at all. Yeah, negative 30, dude. I've experienced negative 30. Oh, negative 30 Celsius, so that's different. That's insane. I've experienced the type of cold where if you don't cover your cheeks up, you start feeling them freeze within like 10 minutes of being outside. You start to feel your cheek fat crystallizing. And it just pierces. It's just so cold. And there will still be people wearing shorts on those days. That's negative 22. Okay. That's right. It works differently with the scale of Celsius. So we've experienced a little colder even. Yep, just dumb cold. That's the perfect way to say it. It's freaking dumb cold, man. One thing I do like about the winter, though, is how quiet everything gets. It's kind of nice. But you're definitely ready for it to warm up when the time comes around. But man, you just step outside and everything is so quiet. The snow is like a sound insulator. So even cars driving by, it's just like, it sounds so different. You know, I could run like a beginner LMU race. That could be kind of fun, actually. Just do a 20-minute race. You were at a Vikings game when it was that cold? That's crazy, man. Did they win the game at least? Or was it a loss on top of it? Oh, come on. Misshifted down to 4th there. Insulation to stand on. Smart. You bring any of those hand warmer heat packets or anything? And then just like 5 layers of clothing. Dang, this car is fun to drive. It's an absolute beast. Oh. Keep it on the track. Let's go. Even -6 though, if you're standing outside in that for 3 hours, that is so brutal. Oh, oh. I want to put this time in. Do not want to get a cut track here. Oh, that's a money shift right there. That would have destroyed this car, I think. Money shift in a McLaren. Can you imagine? .647, nice. Wow, that is, how are you even supposed to see? Cold chicken strips. Yeah, I bet they'd run out of the heat packets. Oh my gosh, came on a polo shirt? What is, man. Yeah, it always blows my mind when the NFL players are playing in cold weather and they don't even have long sleeves on. It's like, what type of human are you? A different breed. Okay, we're gonna... Let's go. Bam. Let's see. Let's see if there's an online race I can join here. Could be fun. You don't have to be Brazilian, do you? Oh, drifting. I still have a hard time reading the like what these are and why is everything at spot? Okay, track rotation. Do they do a car rotation or just this car only? AC Elite. I guess I'll try it. We'll see what's up with it. Do I get to race even if I... Okay, I'm in quali. Let's see. I didn't even look to see what track this is. I don't think I've ever done this track. This might be a brand new track to me. This is not ringing a bell right now. Yeah, this is a new track. This is pretty sweet though. I like all the elevation changes. Okay, fourth gear through there. Woo! Oh, this is Zandvoort. Okay. Yep, I don't know this track. This is a great track. Just from the opening lap, wow. People are gonna know this track way better than I do. Hopefully it doesn't get too ugly. Just gonna try to keep the car on the track and not cause any accidents. I hope I can take part in the race. Even though I joined mid-quali session. Oh, wow. That's a fast end right there. Oh, early access, really. I'd have to set up my handbrake. That could be fun, though. Does that cancel my lap? Man, this is fun. Oh. Slow down too much there. Oh, no, 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 no. Dang it. Thought that was the big straight, that was the long curve. Oh shoot, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to do another lap. Go, 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 go. Alright. Oh wait, I will be able to do one more lap, I think. Dude, this track rules. Ooh. Rest in peace, indeed. Only 2 locations? How much is the early access going to be, do you know? Probably be cheaper than the full game price, I would imagine. Seeing as AC Evo is only like 35 bucks or whatever. Come on. Keep redlining it. I gotta stop doing that. Oh, I could have stayed in 4th there. Oh well. Much better? Come on. Let me get a lap in. Oh, no price yet? It does look really good from what I've seen. It actually looks amazing. Does this lap count? 141. All right, it counted. Position 8. Not bad for not even knowing the track. Not last. Now it's 9th place. Maybe it will be last. Oh, I have way too much fuel again. I never know how much fuel to put. I still don't really know how to navigate the UI in this game. Not great, at least. Not last, Reedy. What's up, man? Now it says 8th. Somebody must have quit. The game's not letting me run this lap, are they? I'll take it if it does. If it's even faster, I don't know. Oh, dang it. 7 seconds slower than the first place guy. 30 bucks, wow, okay. I might want to do that, actually. Fuel. Estimated laps 17, race laps 6, okay. So we're gonna do 6.8. What's good with you, Reedy? How you been? I don't know why it changed everybody's things to their @ name. Here we go. First race on Assetto Corsa. No, this is not AI. This is online, man. I don't race AI. That's a waste of my damn time. Oh my gosh, I think I just jumped that perfect. We got crashes already. What a surprise. Not. What a move up the inside. Let's go. Wow, what an idiot. He just didn't even hit his gas there. Or, I mean, didn't even hit his brake. He definitely hit his gas. Oh, this is a joke, right? Is this real? Is this really how people drive? I have $51,000 of damage. I'm actually not surprised, though, honestly. These are open lobbies we're talking about here. It's not F1. It's definitely slower than F1. F1 OA or something like that. We're gonna catch him. Still in 9th place somehow. Wow, look at the stop that thing made. Park it, baby. This guy's being a good driver. I'm just gonna let him pass me because I think he's faster, but I don't know. Now he looks... What is he doing? Crap. 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 Oh, this actually does damage to the car, huh? So I'm gonna be slower now? With my $51,000 of damage. I wonder if I lost my wing. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm so annoyed with getting crashed. Not even halfway into a lap. Probably a quarter of the way into the lap. It's just so typical. Why are sim racers like this? You think that'd be a more sophisticated group of people? Oh, it was sarcastic. Okay. Imagine if F1s were this slow. Come on now. Oh, I could have been full throttle there. Oh, this is not flat, man. There's a lot of elevation change. Oh, I keep messing up that turn. Okay, I was gonna try to take that really fast to see if maybe that guy hit me for a reason, but yeah, he just didn't brake. Straight up, just didn't brake. Typical sim racing pleb. You'd really think though, like LMU, Assetto Corsa, all these type of games, most people would be at the point where they have pretty good racecraft, but it's not the case. Oh, I just messed up my transmission. I must have downshifted too early or something. I don't know Zandvoort in real life though, honestly, so there might be a lot more elevation change than what the game has. Seems like quite a bit of elevation for me though. Driving. Come on, can I catch up to some people here? I think I'm getting slower in the straights too because of all the damage. Finally, I didn't go wide there. I want to get the delta on here. I want to get that information. Ooh, that was good. Definitely gaining on this guy. Frozen pizza? What are your options? Frozen pizza is really nice when you just don't feel like cooking. As somebody who works at a pizza place, though, I get so sick of pizza. Whoa. Why you slow down like that? Quit. I wonder if the next race will be the same vehicle. Oh, 7th. So weird how this engine sounds nothing like a Formula engine. It sounds like I'm ripping a street car. Ooh, okay. Okay, this track is getting a lot more fun now that I'm getting a flow for it. I don't think there's enough time to catch that guy in front, though. He does look like he's going kind of slow, though. No! Trying too hard to catch. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance. The dough tosser. Nah, I just drive. I don't make any pizzas. How dare you call me a tosser? Just kidding. Nope, I'm delivery specialist. Whipping around my 5-speed matrices. Because I have 2 cars right now, and they're both Toyota Matrix. I love the Toyota Matrix. When one Matrix breaks down, you buy another. Although it hasn't fully broken down yet, I'm still gonna put miles on it. No! Come on. Catch him. Somehow in the top 5. Oh, he messed up. Oh, that wasn't even for position. Dang it. Professional driver, yeah. If I wasn't already married, I could use that as a line. Yeah, I'm a professional driver. You don't have to worry about what field it's in, but just kidding. Yes, logistical operations technician. I have to slice and dice through traffic, you know, I gotta dodge idiots. Ooh, Vettel's in the house. Let's go. It's the real Vettel, too. Where is he? Yep, Vettel's here. Wow. Amazing. This guy in the chat, I'm a disappointment fucking it up every time. Yes, traffic engineering. I have to successfully clutch and shift thousands of times per day. Clutch technician. Oh, this is quality. I'll do one more of these. This is fun. I like these. This car is pretty fun too. And now that I'm used to the track, maybe I won't get taken out lap 1. If the guy decides he doesn't want to hit his gas though, I will get taken out lap 1. Yes, sir. I make multiple adventures per day to to my clientele's homes where I deliver items that they really, really want. They can't wait to get their hands on them. Yes, sir. It's kind of funny. I drive a lot, delivering, and then I drive on a simulator. In another life, I was born a rich kid, and I became a racing driver. Yeah, I think for me, I like driving, so that just is what makes it most tolerable for me as far as jobs go. I like that I'm active when I drive too. Like, I'm getting in and out, I'm walking, you know, I'm on my feet. I don't want a job where I'm sitting 8 hours a day. I know, right? It would be nice to be born rich, huh? Parents just get you into go-karting when you're young, and I grew up the complete opposite of rich, so there was no chance of any karting in my childhood. I thought about doing like a dash cam and editing together dash cam videos just to show you my daily adventures delivering. All the craziness I see. All the people who just drive like idiots. Or one that's really been ticking me off lately is when there's a four-way stop and the person who clearly is there way before you is just staring at you. They're just fully stopped. I started just going sometimes. If they're just gonna stop and stare, I'll just go before you. And then they get mad. And it's like, well, the next time go, idiot. If you clearly stopped and always stop before me, just go. Don't sit there and wait for me to stop and stare at you. It's such a pet peeve. And it happens all the time. So I think when I just go right away, I'll make a quick stop and just go. I think it sends a message to them. Like, maybe next time they'll be quicker about it. Just hope a cop never sees me do that. I gotta break into that 139 mark. I think I can. 5 minutes left in quali, okay. This lap is not going to be a 139. This is not a good lap. But I think I can get there. Yeah, right? You guys actually have to do so much more to pass your driver test. I wish America had higher standards for that. Another really annoying one is people who they'll just cruise down the merge lane, you know, going 30 miles an hour, and then at the very end of the merge, they gun it. Instead of just speeding up on the merge lane, what it's meant for. It's just, I just don't get it. It's just NPC behavior. There's a lot of NPC behavior when people are in a 3-ton vehicle. They think that they can just do whatever they want. Which is kind of true, though. You can kind of do whatever you want, because otherwise you're going to get crashed into. But it still is just so annoying. There's so many people that power trip when they're driving, too. Like, they'll be going 5 miles an hour under the speed limit, and then when you go to pass them, they gun it. It's so childish. I think a lot of people, though, too, are just staring at their phones, you know? They're straight up distracted driving. Crap, that was kind of slow. Do I have enough fuel for one more lap? I don't know. Maybe. Is this a 139? Yeah, 39.7. Let's go. First place. Probably won't be first place for long, though. Ah, cut detected. Dang it. This fuel lasts a long time in this car. Woo, boy. Let's go. Trying to see how much I can really push the car here, since this lap doesn't count. Yep, accelerate up to the flow of traffic and join it. Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, if people got up to highway speed, it would avoid so much traffic, because people have to slam on their brakes for these morons who merge onto a 70-mile-an-hour highway at 45 miles an hour because they're scared while they're driving. Well, if you're scared while you're driving, get off the road. Damn it. We don't want you on the road. Alright, 4th place now. I knew it would get past. Still happy I put a 39 in though. Let's go. Woo! Damn. This one is a quick downshift to 4th. Whip it. Lap still counts. Let's go. This guy behind me is cruising. Come on. Good exit. Oh, that was horrible. Dang it. $39.0. Let's go. Almost at 38. I think I could push these more too, because the brakes on these are insane. I just don't think I'm driving it hard enough. Certain sectors. Dude, we're getting more roundabouts in my city. Yeah, some people have no clue what's going on with them. It's like, just go! Get in the circle! I've never seen multi-lane roundabouts though in America. Or no, I've seen a couple. But they're never busy enough for people to be using both lanes. Yeah, they're so much faster than an all-way stop. So it's like, ugh, just learn how to drive. Alright, there we go. They're actually getting quite a bit more roundabouts in America. I think they're starting to realize how much quicker they are. And then people start to understand them a little better. A lot of people in America too, they need to not be afraid to use their horn. Like, it's okay to honk at somebody, to tell them to get their butt moving. I use my horn all the time. If somebody sits at a stoplight and it turns green, if they're not hitting their gas within 1 second, I'll honk. Of course, you got 6 people flying off that one turn. It's so pathetic. Why can't people just drive? There's too many egos in sim racing. Why is every turn 1 always a disaster? It's like, as long as you don't get involved in it, I guarantee you're gonna get at least some positions. If you're starting from the back, every turn 1, doesn't matter what title it is. Even iRacing, I've seen plenty of turn 1 idiocy. Doesn't that get you shot? That hasn't done anything for me so far. I just can't stand it. Like, if you're gonna drive, pay attention to driving, you jackass. I make traffic move faster. It's part of God's will for my life to make people wake up when they're driving. Catching up to this guy a little bit. Wow, I keep redlining there. No, 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 no. Idiot, idiot, idiot. Now I got dirty tires. No. All right, let's get this back, hopefully. Are they still dirty? When you're really on it. I just do a light, a little light one. But if they don't react to that, then I'll do a big one. I think there's a lot of people in Minnesota that are too scared to use it. They're just like, I don't know if you ever heard the term Minnesota nice, but they're just too nice to, they don't want to upset anybody and use their horn. You're holding it till they move. I love it. Come on, I can catch this guy. Let's get that. No, no, stupid, stupid, stupid. Slow down, idiot. Well, back in a podium. First place is just gone. He's way out of there. Nowhere to be seen. Oh, that might be third gear. I don't know. Shoot. He's catching me. Yep, going 50 and 80. Yep. I agree. It's so irritating. A lot of times on merge lanes, they have, in America, they have carpool lanes. So if you got more than one person in your car, you can use that lane on the merge. I'll just take that if someone's going really slow, and I'll just gun it and just get ahead of them. This guy's fast. He's very fast. So if I can keep up with him, we might catch up to the pack here. If I could stop redlining it. Wow, he takes that so fast. Mostly two-lane county roads, yeah. I will say that's one thing America has that's pretty awesome is the highway system it's really good in America. It's well designed, I will say. But you don't really get highways unless you're in the cities, really. Then they're just like 2-lane roads, you know, for the most part. Some are 1 lane. Those are the worst. That guy must not have been fighting for a position. I just noticed this car has ABS. It's interesting. Oh, that wasn't for position. Just a random guy going off. My pace is not quite the level of these podium guys. Not bad though for never really playing this game. Not in Norway. Isn't Norway like, aren't you guys like the #1 happiest place in the world? Or am I thinking of somewhere? Is it Belgium? I'm trying to think where I recently saw. I think it was Norway. Oh, you've been building some of it? That's cool. That's got to be cool to say you've built part of a highway that you drive on. That was bad. There's definitely way more time to be found. I'm just trying to see what those limits are, you know. It's fun to drive car though. I like this. I don't know where the rest of the pack is. Like, wow. Way behind. See about 4th gear for this. Okay, it was not bad. Just gotta stick it better. I got hot women. Oh, not number 1 anymore. Yeah, I won't deny that, the Norwegian women. Oh wait, it's gonna kick me back to the pits, isn't it? Oh wow, hydropower dam. It's like fine dining. Oh. Oh, same with Russian women. There's a lot of stunning Russian women. I'm out of this one. I'm out. Cheese crack. Yeah, that must be tough being surrounded by that. The temptations. Think that's where I'm gonna call it though. It was fun doing the Nords and then a couple online races though. Zandvoort's a good track. I like Zandvoort. You're not conventionally attractive. Damn. Oh. Hey, sometimes the conventional look or the unconventional look is more interesting, I think. Yeah, you gotta be surrounded by all these good looking women. It's a form of torture, huh? You'll find the one that's right for you, man. I got faith, crack. Looks matter, but they're not everything. Some quick flings here and there. Yeah, I know what you mean. You just want to settle down for sure. How old are you, crack? What's your offer, Reed? What's your swap offer? Oh. Yeah, it's not easy out there, crack. Oh, 27, that's still young and yeah, you got plenty of time, dude. I wouldn't even worry about that. But yeah, the dating world though, I don't envy not being a part of it. Oh, the wet weather. I'll take wet weather over snow and cold. A lot of times I would. Yeah, that's crazy, Reedy. Yeah. I've seen some of those clips, man, where people get arrested for a Facebook post or Twitter post or whatever. That's crazy, dude. I can't even imagine. Can you imagine them, like the cops showing up at your door and there's nothing you can do about it? Oh. That is some draconian stuff right there. 30 a day, that's insane. See, that's why you need free speech. You need it somewhere written in your constitution. Or else they can start doing stuff like that, and then that's a slippery slope, man. Where does it go from there? When you can't even critique stuff without being worried about consequences. Spooky. Nobody likes the expo, I guess. Oh, it's sequential. Where's the other Euro Racer lobbies? Yeah, 30 a day is nuts. You'd get stabbed. Damn. The world is crazy right now, isn't it? It is a strange place. You ain't from these parts, fam. Nah, blood, what you doing? Blood clot? Dude, it's eventually gonna come to people, yeah, like moving places on purpose. Kind of like how they're doing them from other third world countries. They're gonna start gathering and saying, okay, we're all gonna move here. But then everybody else will do the same thing once it becomes a good place to live. Then you'll get all the immigration to ruin it. Oh, man. That's what it feels like is happening all over the world. These countries for hundreds of years have been built up by their people to be great places to live, and then they just send over third world people to destroy it. Seems like a plan to me. I think they're also, me saying stuff like this, I think YouTube has shadow banned my channel. Yeah, when it comes to development, yep. Yeah, the US is like, we're on the brink of depression, I think. We'll see. That's, you know, the Bible says the world is run by Satan, so I believe it. I totally believe it. We fight not against flesh and blood, but principalities and powers in hidden places. But enough of that. What in the world? Throwing grenades on the street? Oh my gosh. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, they're trying to sow division. They're trying to make the world crazy, I think. And honestly, money is just printed paper. Everywhere in the world, it means nothing. There's nothing to back it. So really, at the end of the day, if they go so far that, you know, who's to say people don't just say, okay, now we get a new form of money, or we just start trading goods for services instead of these bankers controlling everything. Damn, yeah, rioting everywhere. Yeah, small towns, yep. It's true. It's a whole different way of life. Yep, you get squirrels eating your cat's food and stuff. I would never want to live in a city, honestly. I'm in the suburbs. I like the suburbs, but they're pretty low key, pretty chill. But yeah, cities nowadays just seem like you can't even go out at night anymore. Yeah, no camera stores. So true. Oh wow. He just has it sitting out. That's cool. You know that would not last a single day in the cities. That would just get swiped by somebody and then they'd be a honey seller for the day. That's cool actually. If only things could work like that worldwide, huh? But we are in this satanic system. We're stuck in it. Nah, I'm just playing, whatever. That's free crack money. Yes. Get all those honeys, man. We gotta go sell them on the streets. uh... All right, man. Yep, I'm heading off here too. Thanks for hanging out, Reedy, Crack, Sugar, when you came through, man. And anybody else who lurked. Appreciate you all. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. God bless. You got this, Crack. You got this, Reedy. All right, peace.